Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, today we're going to check out a knife that I have found very interesting and actually learning a little bit of the history behind the knife. But this is the Billy Waugh demo. It's actually designed by Robert Young Pelton, Bill Harsey, and of course, its namesake, Billy Waugh. Now, Billy Waugh was a Army Special Forces veteran, 20-year CIA veteran, and is actually mentioned in a couple of different books. And I'll leave a link down in the description to Strack's website where you can actually kind of read a little bit about it if you would like to. But very, very interesting. Now, I mean, we know Bill Harsey has designed knives, special forces type knives and everything. But this one was kind of to honor Billy Waugh. And that's what I find very, very cool about it. Now, overall, you've got full titanium construction. Pocket clip. Look how that pocket clip is attached with that tungsten carbide glass breaker. It's attached off the scale. You guys know I'm really starting to dig the off-scale attachment or behind the scale attachment, or at least recessed screws. You know what I mean? I really, really like that aspect in a knife now. Now, you'll notice that this knife has basically two different frame locks, and we'll take a look at the reason why for that. But the milling on this knife is very, very, look at the texture in that titanium. I mean, you can see it's kind of raised diamonds, if you will. Almost like diamond plating. There you go. It's just really, really interesting. Now, this is made by Lion Steel in Italy. That's where it's manufactured. But a very interesting knife. And I'll say this right off the bat. You guys know me and my style of review. Well, I'm going to link my good buddy Scab's video down in the description. He puts his things through its paces and really shows you what this knife can do. I'm going to talk about more of that, the EDC aspect and that type of thing. But please go check out Scab's video if you want to see what this. Scab does a wonderful, wonderful job with that. But back to the knife. It's very, very interesting construction, and like I said, the grip on it, it's just, I mean, it's good. It's got a good grip. It just feels different, that kind of diamond plating on it. It just feels different is the only way I can describe it. I don't know, not dimply, but maybe even pimply. Maybe that's the better word for it. But it actually feels pretty darn good. Now, it is a flipper. There's no jimping on the flipper tab. Now, I will say one thing about this knife. The detent on it is very light. It has a very light detent, and that kind of surprises me, seeing the Special Forces background, and that, is anybody going to use this knife in the Special Forces going to use this knife? Yeah, probably not. But, just that training behind it, you got to give it a pretty decent flip to get it. And even then, I did a pretty good flip, and it still was pretty slow. It surprises me that the detent isn't maybe just a little bit stronger. And maybe it can't be. I don't know. The blade's pretty heavy. See? It's running on IKBS ball bearings, so that blade's kind of heavy, though. I don't know. I've successfully reverse flicked this knife maybe 3 or 4 times in all the times I've tried, which doesn't really make sense, seeing how the detent's light. But that's just me. That's my inabilities. That's not on the knife. Shake shut. There you go. M390 blade. We got some jargon on there. There you go. WWRYP design. Robert Young Pelton. Now, this is part of the signature series. You'll notice the Billy Waugh signature on the clip, and then the William Harsey signature there on the blade. And there it says M390, of course. Now, there were 250 of these signature series made, and right now you can actually find them for about $375. Now, supposedly there was a non-signature version that was supposed to be made as well. I will try to look up and find you a link to that, but just a really quick link search, and I didn't find any for sale, but I'll do a little bit more digging and put it in the description for you. Shake and shut. As far as the abilities of this knife, it is very, very capable. But I said there was 2 frame locks. There's a frame lock right there. And you'll notice you've kind of got a nail nick there. Well, on this side, you have what I referred to before as kind of a marlin spike, and it is kind of. Now, I've seen it referred to a lot of places as an awl, which kind of makes a little bit more sense, but it does work in that marlin spike capacity. I mean, you could very easily use that. It's got a pretty decent point on it for splicing ropes, splicing wire ropes, and not only that, but I mean, it's a pretty good please get back type of tool as well. So, you know, without deploying the blade, I mean, that's pretty sharp. That would do some, yeah, that would do a little bit more than just say get back. That would say really get back. But I like the fact that it's got that little nail nick in it. Now, it's got a frame lock, and this is definitely a reverse. Lefties, you might have a little bit better job of doing that than I do. But that nail nick, wow. I mean, when you put your nail in there, it grabs. It's coming out. So it just kind of like locks into your nail, and you can pull it out really nice. But all right, whoa, don't drop it. See? It is a heavy knife. I will tell you that. It is definitely got some weight to it. But let's see. All right, we're going to include the tip of the glass breaker. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pretty much right about 9 inches. 5 or a little bit more on the handle. And then pretty much right at about 4 inches for the blade. And then your cutting edge, you can see there's going to be about 3 3/4. Nice choil on it for sure. You do have a nice cutout in the blades, so those of you that are skilled reverse flickers probably wouldn't have an issue. But yeah. Me, on the other hand, yeah. Nice swedge across the spine. And right there on the grip, you do have a ramp that actually aids me very well in that grip. So pretty decent there. Grip length, what do we got? Overall, I'm going to say the grip length is about 4.5 inches, and then that's how it looks in my 3 3/4 inch hand. So you've definitely got a lot of room, and those of you with larger hands, this might suit you, you know. Some size comparisons. Now, this is pretty much going to be bigger than, well, pretty much any of the knives I'm going to show you. Just because you guys know I trend towards the smaller ones. So there you go. There it is with the PM2. Definitely got the PM2 by at least 1/2 inch on the blade, and pretty much at least that to 5/8 on the handle. Whoops. There. Of course, I did it off camera. Why wouldn't I? All right, there it is again. Yeah, okay. There it is. It's a bug out. It's much bigger than the bug out. Come on, let's just, yeah. Anyhow, throw it out there. That's what we do. Now, weight-wise, let's get a weight on it. All right. So 6.7, not super heavy. Definitely heavier than something I tend to carry. Now, I know Scab loves this knife, and Scab loves to carry this knife, which is awesome. 192 grams is what it comes out to. Now, the pocket clip, definitely deep carry, as I touched on before, how it's mounted on with the glass breaker there. Definitely tucks it away in your pocket. Retention, it's light. It's definitely got a kind of a light retention on it. Probably could be just a little bit heavier on the retention, but it's not too bad. All right, so overall, what are my thoughts? Well, I tell you what, the significance behind the knife, I'm really intrigued by and really enjoyed learning about. Billy Waugh and the reason this knife came to be. Actually, this was not the first knife that Robert Young Pelton wanted to put Billy Waugh's name on. It was actually a parang style knife. I think it was the DPX, heft, I believe it was. A big kind of chopper, almost machete looking knife, if you're not familiar with it. Yeah, the heft, the DPX Heft 12. That was kind of one of the first knives that Billy Waugh's name was going to go on, and he was like, really? Why would anybody want my name on a knife? But out of respect, Billy, that's exactly why. And what you did and how you served your country, that's why. So, very cool. Now, ergos, Not bad. I've been saying this a lot lately, but see how that clip comes way down and just how my hand hits it way down. I think if back further in the grip, it might be better. But since it's up here, it's just kind of not, it's kind of catching me a little off. I can definitely feel it in pretty much every grip. This one's better. This one is much better. If I'm using it like this, I can definitely feel that clip. So, you know, that's how my hand reacts to the clip. May not be the same for everybody. Rusty may tell you that it's perfect, and I bet Scab would tell you it feels pretty darn good because he absolutely loves this knife. And like I said before, you guys need to go check out Scab's video and just to see, there's no way I could do a performance test better than what Scab done. No, it's just not going to happen. Please, I'll leave the link down in the description. If you're really interested in this knife, go check out Scab's video and just see exactly what this knife can do. A little bit heavier than what I like to carry personally. A little bit bigger than what I like to carry personally. But those of you that like larger knives and like me kind of with Finch and the inspiration behind it, I totally dig the inspiration behind this knife. I'm a veteran myself, and the fact that it's named after a veteran and inspired by a veteran, and Billy Waugh himself had a hand in kind of a little bit of the design aspects of it, I find that very, very cool. And, you know, that was one of the big reasons why I wanted to check this knife out. Scab, I know you like them bigger knives. I can seriously see why you enjoy this one, my friend. Absolutely 100%. So, hey, thanks a lot, guys, for taking a look at the Billy Waugh demo by Robert Young Pelton, Bill Harsey, and Mr. Billy Waugh himself. Always appreciate it, guys. Please like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. And until next time, guys, I will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.